first and foremost, thank you so much for being here. It's always a great day when you can talk about Drake basketball, so looking forward to spending the afternoon to celebrate, obviously, people from the past, but looking forward to another phenomenal season of Drake women's basketball. So again, thank you for being here. I'll just go ahead and dive into, just talking a little bit, preview this team, and talk a little bit about our schedule, and then kind of allow you to get to the greatest part of our athletes being accessible and available for you after this component. So just to talk a little bit about our team, we have 9 returners, okay? So, it's absolutely phenomenal to be able to bring that many people back. We have 3 freshmen, and then we will also add 1 graduate transfer in Anna Brown from the University of Loyola, who's coming back home, quote unquote, to join us for her final year of competition. But just to preface and talk a little bit about this team, really excited about the summer that we had. We were able to, get in the gym, develop some chemistry, really just, get into more than anything offensive system, get everybody kind of clicking on all cylinders. And now as we dive into things, just being able to hone in on, small details and just getting better each and every day and in our growth overall together. So, just looking forward to having a lot of women on our team who, as you can see, some of the characteristics, I think, that have always gone with Drake women's basketball. You're going to see a lot of competitive young women. You're going to see them being driven. We're going to stick with an up-tempo style. We're going to look to push the basketball up and down. Last year, averaged about 79 points per game. That's ideally the goal. And so really kind of sticking with that. But as each and every team changes, our personnel has changed. So we have to continue to evolve as coaches, to make adjustments, to be able to, pick out different idiosyncrasies of each and every person that's going to be able to allow them to have a different level of success. So overall excited, once again, about this season. To talk a little bit about our schedule, hello Nap Center. Cannot wait, obviously, to open up on November 6th. We will open up at home. Really neat opportunity for us to do, a ceremony to unveil a brand new, amazing championship banner, and then also to do a ring ceremony to celebrate really the season that we had last year. And then we head on the road a number of different NCAA teams that we're playing. We'll host Iowa State at home, and we're also hosting a vibrant Thanksgiving Classic. So if you don't have anything going on over Thanksgiving, we'd love to have you, invite you over. We play at 2 p.m. on Friday, 2 p.m. on Saturday, 2 p.m. on Sunday, and we have a great contingency of teams coming in here. Basketball lovers alike will really enjoy coming and getting a chance to watch really 4 quality teams go to battle over 3 days in Thanksgiving. Then we head up to Minnesota. We obviously play at Iowa. That's at the end of November. Will be another great contest for us when you're talking about, NCAA teams, top 25 teams. We have a number of those on our schedule this year. And once again, it's just important for us to continue to challenge ourselves and grow in the non-conference. So that's just ultimately our goal is to make sure that we're prepared for a difficult and opportunity conference season once we get after Christmas. So looking forward to that. I would talk about preseason polls, but as far as the Missouri Valley Conference is concerned, we will get to hear those on Tuesday, October 24th. Our conference will be revealing those. So with that being said, can I answer any questions?
What's the excitement level for you and the team after what you accomplished last year and then what you bring back in that?
Yeah, well, obviously, I'm ready to go. I think the best part about it is, you step on the floor with these women and they are excited. And I think, you get a taste of the type of success that we had. And, in playing as well as we did in March, especially from that 3-minute, 30-second point on of the Missouri State game, then into the Illinois State game, and then into the Belmont game of really capturing that and understanding and feeling what that feeling felt like. Your confidence level is so extremely high. And knowing that feeling, I hope, is what we're able to find over the course of the next few months, and then being able to put our best foot forward and continue to grow each and every day. So yes, exciting, a lot of things to reflect upon, but we got to take a step forward. And I think that step forward is continuing to have the same level of competitiveness and edginess that we did last year. I don't think you ever replace players. I really don't. And mostly because, she had her own level of skill set. I think what we have is just a great contingency of other characteristics that you're going to see us display in different ways. And so you don't replace a Maggie Bear, who is actually having a phenomenal career and doing great things. She's playing professionally in Spain. But I think what you do is you have the likes of an Anna Miller. You have, we have a brand new freshman, Shannon Fornshell. You have a Grace Berg, who's ridiculously versatile, whether we play her inside, outside. Taylor McCauley's the same thing. Courtney Becker, you've got the same sort of characteristics. So I think that versatility piece, and we're not trying to fill in for Maggie by committee. What we're trying to do is to be a brand new team with a brand new sort of image. So I really hope, Tommy, what you see is something where you can see a lot of really great characteristics in this brand new team. Yeah, I think the most fun piece of it is making suggestions, because you get a completely different feel from the sideline. When you're watching it from the sideline and then when you're doing it as a player, I think they're two completely different things. And so when you watch it from the sideline and you feel like you see something special and you make that suggestion, I think sometimes what's amazing is when that suggestion works. But I think the more amazing thing is when they figure it out on their own, and then they're able to, whether it's make a basket, get a big offensive rebound, go in, set up somebody for a three or get an assist or whatever the case might be, is just the joy of playing the game, of not necessarily run here, cross B, do C, go to W, and then all of a sudden the magic will happen. They make the magic happen, and the magic comes because they're intuitively playing the game of basketball. Yeah, great question. Tough opponent because I think of our versatility. I think the biggest thing is, as far as our players, and I referenced a couple of them, I could go ahead and go through all of them for you, but everybody has a very different skill set. And when you talk about, not to reference this again, Tommy, but, we're not trying to turn somebody into Maggie Bear. We want Anna Miller to be a really, really special version of Anna Miller and to continue to grow and evolve her game. Same thing with Katie Dennebeer. She has to add layers to her game. She has to be able to keep our team up-tempo style. And then when Katie Dennebeer steps out the floor, the whole thing looks different because now Ava Hawthorne's at the helm. And so I think that's really special, is just the differences of each and every player. And when they come in, they're able to put their own stamp on things.
When you talk about leadership, I'd imagine the lion's share of that's going to be Katie and Grace, a couple players we've known for a long time. How are you feeling about that, and who else could maybe step up and kind of fill that role?
Absolutely. Without naming all 13 of them, I just think, I like them all. I think in any different day, I think everybody, it's their responsibility to be a leader on the floor. But if I were have to say, I think you've named them. I think you've got, obviously, Grace Berg, who we keep calling Grandma. I mean, she's been here for a really long time, but we wouldn't have it any other way. And I think it's also really special, she's coming back to play. She's staying, she's playing her final year. She didn't necessarily have to, but she wants to. And I think that, that goes a lot to her character of really getting a taste of what we were able to do last year, and then now being able to, let's go for it again sort of situation. But in that same regard, I would add Katie Dennebeer, as really a floor general, as your point guard. She does a lot of the communication on the floor. I think Anna Miller falls in that category. I think you've got a Taylor McCauley, who started over 20 games last year, who will also fill into that sort of role. We've got to get her to elevate her voice just a little bit more, but she'll definitely be a leader, as you'll see, as she steps on the floor. And we do, back to those 9 returners. I could just keep going on, but they would probably take the lion's share of that.
What kind of role do you envision for Anna, and what does her vision bring to you guys?
We have 2 Annas. I know. Okay, so just so you know, so we call Anna Miller Anna, and then we call Anna Brown AB. So when I reference it, so AB, what do I see her bringing? Well, what I see her bringing is like really when she drives up and parks in the tennis center, she's ready to shoot. No, but what she brings, obviously the same thing, a little bit about like what we're able to do and stretch the floor and keep good spacing, things of that nature. AB just shoots the ball extremely, extremely well. And we've got to get her really green light ready, and understanding that, a lot of times what makes our system really, really effective and really what makes it work is our ability to shoot the three, utilize spacing, and then now we're able to take cuts to the basket to get ourselves layups. For this preseason? Wow, that's a great question. Here we go again. ... with a big blue heart. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Kind of when Jenny started and the ascent of this program, and coming up now a couple of years and kind of carrying on. How do you kind of view kind of the state of this program as it currently stands?
Yeah. I feel like it's in a really good place. And I think, to really honor like Jenny, who came before, and even before that, and as I worked for Amy Stevens for a number of years, like Drake basketball, like this is an amazing, amazing, special place that has so much history. And, I've had a number of people, like as a student athlete, I walked into this place and would look around and just be in awe, obviously, of the banners. And so you think about the status of the program, and this year in our first game, we get to hang a banner. And so I feel like, again, the pressure is high. The expectations I think are high, but I think we embrace those. And I do think, in being after 2 years at the helm of Drake women's basketball, I feel like we're in a really good place, but I also think we're really, really hungry for more.
Talk about expectations being high with what you have coming back, what you accomplished before. Have they been this high since you've been in control of the team? The highest they've been?
Maybe preseason rankings will give us an idea of that. I'm uncertain. Sometimes those are just obviously numbers, but I think that there's a lot of expectation on just each of us trying to get better each and every day. And I don't, a lot of people can place that on whether it's wins and loss columns, but I want our women, whether it's success in the classroom, it's out in the community, and even on the basketball floor, it is their expectation each and every day to be better. And so, yes, I want them to want to raise the bar, but I also want them to, be amazing women, great human beings, and eventually change the world. And so right now we have the ability to change the world, via basketball, but I also want them to be very, very confident when they're doing that.
Let's assume we know generally where you guys are going to be in those preseason goals you referenced.
Yeah.
Will there be a target on your back, and will you embrace that?
Yeah, I think so. I would say yes, 100%. We would embrace that. But I also think it's just the dedication of each and every day wanting to get better. Whether you are picked first or sixth, I think the big thing is just continuing to evolve the system, make each other better each and every day, and then just that want of continued success and full knowing like what you're representing is Drake basketball. The goal every day is to continue to, live out this legacy of what's I believe is, one of the best places in the country to be able to coach. And so having the opportunity for our women to, one, go represent themselves on a national stage last year as well as they did, I think, honestly, if you ask them, I think they all have the edginess to know that a couple more layups, and we probably would be talking about a lot of different things. And so I do think that drives them. I think it excites them. But I also think with our returners, really bringing into the fold our freshmen and then obviously AB, I think they also, too, have an understanding of what the expectations are. And if you have a target, then let's go ahead, put it on our backs, and let's go.